Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome to a new Bitcoin video, and today we're gonna talk about some kind of hopium. I already posted this on Twitter, so to some of you it's not already a surprise. But this is one of the last things that I see right now that might be a little bit bullish. So we're gonna start talking about that, and then we're gonna go into the charts and see what's happening right now with Bitcoin. So what you see on chart up here is Dow Jones from 2007 to 2013. This is a weekly chart. This part over here, 2008 to 2013. This is a Bitcoin May to November chart, November chart, but it's a daily chart. So they're not the same time frames, but they are the same fractals. I'm gonna explain to you what I mean. So up here, Dow Jones had also some kind of a rising move, and then it broke on that move on the downside, and retested that line on the upside. The same thing happened up here. We had a nice move towards the upside up here, broke that and retested on the upside. So already up here the fractal is starting to playing out. After the initial move towards downside, we get this zigzag move right over here, where you consolidate and then continue dumping on the downside. See, dump on the downside, dump on the downside, goes right here. Now this part over here is a zigzag move, sideways, zigzag move sideways up here before we have another move, big move towards downside. Here, this big move towards downside comes a little bit, slower, but it still goes same way to the downside. And then we got a big, it's kind of like a spring effect towards the upside. So this spring effect towards the upside goes to upside, and has a nice pullback down. Upside, nice pullback down, and then you get this very nice rise towards the upside up here. Very nice rise to the upside, and look at these two tops up here. Exactly the same two tops. It blows off top, and then it goes into consolidation. Again, right down, and then it consolidates up here. Then tries to go up. Here it only does a small move on the downside, but over here it does a little big move to the downside, but still consolidates on the downside, and then does another one of these, rise to the upside moves towards the top. Rise to the upside moves towards the top. Now again on the top up here, the same thing happens again. We have another one of these, rises towards the top lines, where we break that line on the downside and consolidate, so downside consolidation, downside consolidation. And here's where the similarities or fractals actually kind of stops, but it doesn't have to mean that much. This can only, just like over here, it's not exactly the same. So over here we had another dump towards the downside, while we didn't have over here. So it might be something like over here, down consolidation, and then we do the next two bounces towards the upside up here, bounce, and then towards the upside. So bounce, and then towards the upside. So this is, I think the similarities are pretty decent, and it's worth talking about it. So I think this chart from the Dow Jones and May Bitcoin daily chart are actually quite similar. So like we said over here, after this very nice top up here, we went down over here. We kind of consolidated just in one box up here, while we consolidated in two boxes down here. So maybe this kind of play is gonna play out right here. So we went down, this would be the first box, and right now we go down over here, and it's gonna be second box, and then we do the mumbo jumbo, jump two times and continue towards the upside, just like we did on this chart up here. After this part over here, jump two times and then go towards the upside. So this is some kind of last kind of hopium that I see on the charts right now. If this plays out, nice. If it doesn't, but it is nice, a fractal, so it can work out. Now that said, let's go to the charts and see what's happening right now. Now, just I was started recording this, we had actually a pretty big move towards the upside right now, so I had to redo the analysis a little bit, but it's starting to pump like crazy right now for whatever reason. I'm gonna show you right now. If you go to the 5-minute chart, you'll see that in the last 5 minutes we just pumped some crazy numbers. And this was while I was 1.73% towards the upside on the 5-minute chart. You can see here this big move. It just happened as we were making the video. So let's see what's happening up here, and is this move actually any good right now? Just to recap a little bit what has happened here on the daily chart, you can see here that for people that are not aware of it, we had a big rise towards the upside up here. We broke that on the downside and started consolidating down here. On the downside, we had this very nice downtrend line that we created after that, and we broke through that line. We closed below this level down here, and we dumped straight down. So basically, when you every time you have some kind of downtrend, you do not want to break the downtrend line, because you know, the downtrend line, you know, it just increases in speed, and that's why we got this big move towards the downside. So this is you know, right now what happened. We went hugely down. Right now what we are doing down here is called consolidation. So right now we're trying to create some kind of pattern, you know, to, you know, maybe find some kind of move towards the upside or downside. So let's go a little bit deeper into the charts and see here on the 4-hourly time frame. What you're gonna see here is well, this you know, pump already is retracing a little bit towards the downside, but how much was it? That was a 5-minute pump, but it's retracing back to the maybe these moving averages, and it just might, you know, find some kind of support here and bounce. So we're gonna see that later, but you know, we're gonna focus on 4-hourly time frames and what might and might not happen. So what you're gonna see here is that we have a really nice line up here, give or take something like this up here that we have to break. So if we want to have any kind of move towards the upside up here, we need to break this line on the upside, and if we break this bottom down here on the downside, we just might have a big a decent, you know, pullback to the downside. Let's go to the 1-hourly time frames over here, and you'll see that yesterday I did post on Twitter as well. We had a very nice uptrend line up here that we broke. So we are climbing up this line, then we broke on the downside, we went up, retested that level, failed that, we went down, retested that level, failed. So 2 times we failed to get above this, back above this line up here. We failed that. Right now we went down, but we did not go down below this level down here. And I said, if we go below this level down here again, this level down here, we can expect more dump. Now this dump did not happen, so right now we are holding still above this level. You can see up here we are holding above this level, although we went down with the wick, we are closed above it, the level, and right now we did try to pump right up here on the 5-minute chart. So it was a big wick, you know. If this over here closes, you know, all the way down here below the moving averages, it might just indicate, you know, some big rejection up here, and we might retest the line on the downside and, you know, escape even further towards the downside. For any kind of uptrend to happen over here, we need to get back above this line. This line might be a little bit adjusted up here, maybe something like this. And you can see here we did pump all the way up to the line, but we are not able to, you know, cross the line just yet. So we are still in a downtrend because this line is pushing us, you know, towards the downside. The good thing is that we are kind of hugging the line, and we are not just getting, you know, going straight down. So there is some kind of bullishness in the market right now, still in the market right now. But we need to get above the line up here to be any kind of bullish. And I would not like to fall below this level down here, because this level down here is kind of bearish. And if we start closing on 1-hourly time frame down here below this line again, I would expect more dump to the downside. How much more dump? I'm not expecting another one of these big dump on the downside just yet. I think that that's gonna come when we start falling below maybe 46,000 levels or something like that. But right now, if we do fall below this, I spent another you know, another maybe volatile move towards the downside, towards some kind of maybe some kind of 46 level before we start consolidating up here again. So we're gonna see. But what's happening up here, it is trying to create some kind of pattern. What kind of pattern that's gonna be, we don't know yet. Maybe it's gonna be something like this. Maybe this is what it's doing right now. Maybe it's something like this down here, give or take. All right, let's see up here. Maybe something like this, right? Maybe it's creating some kind of triangle pattern up here, maybe trying to get out of the triangle pattern. But if it's triangle pattern up here, these triangle pattern after a big volatile move, these are called pennants, and these are usually continuation pennants. So you got a big volatile move, you go sideways, and you know, you continue to the downside. Now this continuation to the downside should be something like this down here. So it is around right below this level down here, around 46,000, give or take. So I'm not expecting any kind of move to 40,000 again right now, but I am expecting some kind of sorry, that was actually a bigger triangle than this one. some kind of 45 levels or something like that again if we break this on the downside. So we're gonna see how this actually plays out. You can see right now that this 5-minute chart just got rejected big time over here, big time rejection, but you know, it's still 48 minutes on a 1 hourly time frame, and 5 minutes time, you know, it just came back to the 10 and 20 moving average down here, so it might just, you know, bounce back up again. 5-minute charts are not actually good to doing any kind of long-term analysis, and you know, but we need to get out of this triangle to the upside, and if we're gonna be able to do that, I don't know, but right now it's not the best feeling right now. You can see right here we are continuing going towards downside. If we break this triangle on the downside down here, if we break it on the downside down here, I'm looking at some kind of 45 levels again. So that's what I got for you today. I don't think there will be much, I don't think there will be big moves today or something like that. Markets, you know, stock markets open right now. Right now they are a little bit up in green, at least futures market. Stock markets are not yet open, but futures markets are open. They might be a little bit in green during the open, might be a little bit in red. So we're gonna see, you know, best case scenario, we get above this line. This line is a lot more important than the bottom line down here, because if you get above this line up here, what's gonna happen is that we have a lot of room to the next moving average up here, so we can, you know, climb towards the upside and, you know, create some kind of nice moves towards the upside. So we're gonna see how that actually plays out. Right now I'm not neither bullish nor bearish. I don't want to call any kind of bear market right now or anything like that, but it's not a good feeling. But you know, we got some kind of hopium from looking at Dow Jones chart, so that might play out. And this pennant is very important right now. But if we do get moved towards downside down here, I'm looking some kind of 45,000, something like that, maybe some kind of consolidation down here before the move again to the upside. And in the next video, I'm gonna show you some kind of fractal out of this, I think, if it continues playing out. That's it. Thanks for watching the video, guys, and you know what to do at the end of the video, right? Bye bye. Oops.